Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer spoke with her family this morning and joins us live. Bridget, they're now hoping the accused killer will be brought to justice.
Yeah, they really are. And right now there is a growing memorial set up here outside of the store. Erica Atkins, she loved children, she loved books, and she had a passion for serving her community. And opening this bookstore was just one way she was able to live that dream of helping others.
I just miss her already.
The family of Erica Atkins opened up the Birdsong bookstore on Tuesday morning with a huge void in their hearts. Its owner was no longer with them.
This bookstore was her passion as far as trying to get the kids back to reading.
Locust Grove police say the 40-year-old mom, business owner, and beloved community member was reported missing on Sunday. Then later the same day, found dead in a creek in Putnam County off Highway 129. The news came as a shock to everyone.
We just want to make sure that the person is held accountable for what they have done, because they just don't realize they have really taken away a beautiful person.
Police say that person is Romero Johnson. He's charged with murder and kidnapping. Her family says he often helped out with the store's events, and the two used to be an item. Now, not only is her family grieving, but so is the entire community.
My son spent a lot of time in her bookstore. She spent a lot of time with him, reading. He had some speech issues. She was working with him on that.
Atkins' aunt says one thing people can do to remember her is to pick up a book.
I think if we all really think about what she was working towards as far as trying to get the kids really to focus on what they need best, and that's reading.
And the Henry County Chamber of Commerce also released a statement. They say, "We are deeply saddened to hear the news of Erica's passing. She was a vibrant, visionary leader in Henry County. Her service on the CVB board will be difficult to replace. Her recent recognition as Micro Business of the Year is a testament to her innovative strategies to engage the community in reading and sharing knowledge. Our hearts and prayers are extended to her family and friends." And on Saturday, there will be a vigil held right here at the bookstore, outside of the bookstore, I should say, at 6 o'clock. All are encouraged to attend. If you know anything about the case, go ahead and call Locust Grove PD. This is a developing story. Atlanta News First will continue to follow this, and we will bring you more details tonight at 5. We're live in Henry County. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.